If I were a gentleman, I would think we were in Disneyland. This is the National Hardware Show. It is a 67-year-old show that moved to Las Vegas in 2004, and it looks to be crowded with people. So we are going to take a look at the Gentleman's Disneyland, all about hardware. How massive is this convention? Take a look. I'm on sort of a balcony, so I have a better than usual look. And this show floor goes on and on. DeWalt makes job site heaters, which when I lived in Chicago were a very good thing, although out in Las Vegas I think we have God to thank for the heat that we have. But anyway, they're here because there are some 30,000 people who come to this convention, and they aren't all from Las Vegas. This is Costco, not Costco, the place where we go shopping. These are folks who make home and office products. Their company is located in Indiana, but distribution sites all over the country. All kinds of stepping stools, depending on what you need.
Decade and a half after that first day doing the cheap and easy stuff as a broken, struggling actor, I finally bought solar. Bought it in 1985. Not solar electric, still couldn't afford it in 85. Too expensive. I had a series, guess what, it was too expensive for me. Because I wasn't like the star of a series like Miami Vice. I was one of like 20 people on St. Elsewhere, so the salaries were a little bit different. But I was very happy to have that steady job, and I made okay money, and I bought solar hot water for my home in 1985 in Ohio. I did not live in that home, but I report to you that solar system from 1985, solar hot water system, is still working in that home. Other people own it, but it's still working. Low these, what is this, 28 years later? I also that year, because I had made some money, as I said on St. Elsewhere, not a fortune, but I had some extra money to invest. And so I wanted to put it into something responsible. I bought a wind turbine in the California desert in 1985. A wind turbine that's still functioning to this day.
This is cute. It's like a do not disturb sign in your yard, and this is Dynatrap, and I think this is the trap. And things come in and don't go out. Flying things come in and don't go out. I stopped by the North American Tool Industries booth because they had lots of engines and lots of other things here. This is the company president and founder, right? Yes. Chuck Homer. Now, Chuck, how did you get into business and end up with such a huge booth?
Well, in 1958, my parents started an auction in an auction house. Then they started, after that, a furniture store. And I was involved in that business from a young age. And as I grew up, I learned about business, and then I started doing tool auctions, selling tools at auction because I was an auctioneer. And from that, I started doing truckload tool sales around the country. We built that up to a very large business, and then sold that to my daughter. She runs the retail division, and I run this wholesale division, importing a lot of goods from around the world, specifically Asia, in a large way. And today, here we are at the National Hardware Show.
Great. Now, you're headquartered where? In the Midwest, right?
In Huntington, Indiana, yes, in the Midwest.
Well, welcome to Las Vegas, and I hope you have a great show.
Thank you, we will.
The popularity of comic book characters has even come to MD Building Products and tower sealants. Ever wonder who makes the tarps or sells the tarps that, say, cover a boat or help you pick up leaves out of your yard? This is Polytough Brands. This is an Ohio company, and they are here with a whole selection of tarps. In Las Vegas, we have the Blue Man Group, but here at the National Hardware Show, we have the Blue Max Built-to-Work Chainsaw. If gorillas could charge for their name, they'd be wealthy. I know there is a Gorilla Glue, and here we have a Gorilla Rack, and I'm sure there are other names that have taken on the gorilla. I was curious about why the folks here, Jack Link's Beef Jerky, are here, and the gentleman told me they do a very large business in hardware stores, and he mentioned a number of brand name stores or chains that stock beef jerky.
Smell that was covered in grease, and I don't want to bring cockroaches home. That's the last thing. I'm not bringing anything home. So it was literally that bad, and I mean that was one of the worst.
If you were on a quiz show and someone asked what is a gator grip, the answer would be a universal socket. Well, I stopped at the Blue Mist booth because look what I have here. This is a tower misting system, and this gentleman here, Michael Schaller, is working for the pump company that provides the pump that works with this system, and he invented this, and it is brand new, and he said, when will it be available?
End of the month.
End of the month.
June 1st.
Where?
You can buy it through AR Blue Mist.
Okay.
And you just have to call AR North America.
Okay, well, it looks mighty powerful. We need this in Las Vegas.
Yes.
It's about $1,000 for one tower,
Yep.
and you can add a second tower.
You can add a second tower.
And that's another
And-
1,000, or?
No. The second tower is another $350 for a tower.
Okay, and I can tell you it really does cool the air. Good luck with this.
Thank you.
Want to know where to put your bicycles? Hang them up. This is called Garage Gator. This is Yangdong Yamali, I can't pronounce it, metal appliance factory, and look at all of these appliances. This is Sean Kennedy. I stopped by and I said, what is this that he's holding?
Well, I'll tell you, this is our ARCA flashlight and lantern. You can see right now it's in the lantern mode, or compress this down and you have a flashlight mode. Nice thing about the ARCA is it has a lithium-ion rechargeable battery inside of it, but one of the best features about the ARCA is it also has a charge out port. So not only does it have no batteries that you ever need to buy, but you can also charge out with anything that has a USB cord, and that would include your iPhones, any smartphones, or your GoPro cameras if you're out in the middle of the woods. So a couple nice features on the light. You have your bright. Now you're going to start to see this slowly dim. So there's your dim feature. It also has a night reading red LED light on it. And then lastly, you're going to have your SOS strobe too.
So retail, what would someone pay for
Retail
an item?
on the Yuko ARCA lamp is $69.99.
I see. Is this brand new?
This is absolutely brand new. Just hit the market at our local REI stores about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I had to stop by this booth because there was hammering going on. And I'm told that this is a company that has invented ways to hammer into concrete, as you can see here, and you're able to, for example, whoops, there's the demonstration. And also to do some hanging pictures in drywall. And the device here, the little bitty device, is actually all plastic. There's not a metal nail in there. It's
Recycled plastic.
It's all recycled plastic. Who hasn't bought a shelf liner at a hardware store?
Go that way to find you.
Need a creeper? These are seats with wheels, and you can see in the picture over here, if you're working on a low item but need to sit down, the sign here says great impulse item. If your hardware store is doing very well, you may need a big safe made by Winchester. Don't shoot, I'm wearing a safety vest. Mother's Day is coming up, and we have these for the ladies, 10-piece ladies toolkit. This is by Tool Rich. The SentrySafe folks had this sign: a burglary offense occurs every 14.6 seconds. I think we would expect Champion Power Equipment to be here. Yes, Joe Namath is here at the show, and I understand he has a new device for cooking. We'll see if we can find him. If not, hello, Joe, in cardboard. Part of the show is an outdoors tailgate and recreation area. I hope you don't hear all wind and nothing else. Anyway, it is windy and there are a few raindrops. The reason we're outdoors so you can have a charcoal grill. This is Outland Fire Bowls. This is Sabre Grills, and does it look and smell delicious. This is the Namath rapid cooker, and it is kind of like a broiler in that you pull out a tray, and the tray can be various thicknesses. I'm told that steaks would be seared and the flavor would stay in, and you could do a steak in, I think he said 5 minutes, and chicken breast very quickly. And Joe will be here tomorrow and the next day, I think. I missed him, but here's his cooker. The wind is blowing, but I stopped by. We don't have Smokin' Joe in the other aisle, but we do have Smokin' BBQ Pellets, and I asked what was the difference between the pellets and wood chips, and the difference is you don't have to soak these. They are available right away to start adding flavor to your barbecue. It says new team sandwich bags, and you can get sandwich bags with your favorite team logo on them. That is something I did not know existed. It's not a gorilla, it's a gorilla, and however they have a picture of the animal there. And this is a combination smoker and grill. You can see this. Turns it into a smoker. How much retail?
$1,600.
How much?
$1,600.
$1,600. So it is a high-end item, but it looks great. Did we know duct tape came in up to 250 different styles? Here are some.
All right, can I just take
And they even have their own van, and inside the van they said is a little museum of duct tape. Only at a Las Vegas convention. Does this all look great and smell great too?
Yeah, it does.
This is Epicoa. Epicoa rotisserie.
And we are for with the Shum Brazilian Steakhouse.
Where?
Down on Hippie Center, Flamingo and Paradise.
Okay, they're
Less
at.
than a mile from here.
All right, their products are being used at Flamingo and Paradise.
So we are here to help them out.
Very nice. I'm hearing best banner price in the country, only $2 per square foot of the banners. And so far they're lasting even in the wind. This giant character is advertising the Big Green Egg, a 100% organic lump charcoal. And he has a big smile and almost a hug for everyone. Leisure Life is here. This is by Mano, M-A-N-O. I stopped at the MTD exhibit. I'm told MTD stands for Modern Tool and Die. But then I looked at this hand-push lawnmower and wondered, do you sell any of these? Yeah, he says, we still sell plenty of them. Make $25,000 a year, but that doesn't measure up to, on the right, the motorized lawnmower. This looks very similar to one we had in Chicago. We're talking $250,000 or more every year. So anyway, MTD is here with a whole lineup of equipment to make your lawns look better. Well, to see a leg sticking out of a booth is kind of unusual. This is 32 North Transforming Footwear. These are stable icers. Yo-Ho quality tools are here, and these are snow shovels. And where we live, we don't need these. We see lots of different brand names in this booth, but everything you would need to sit, enjoy a sandwich or a drink is here. Comfortable chairs, chairs to put your legs up, chairs that rock, and even canopies to keep the sun out of your eyes. Grow your own. This is Plant Best. a great name for a company that makes resin furniture, S-I-T. And they are from Boston, and he said that the little sign that says Boston Strong, everybody is adopting that slogan. Those of us who live in Las Vegas know about solar heating and solar lighting. And here we are. This is Dailies Garden. And what I hadn't seen before were these spotlights that are embedded in material that looks like rocks. I'm told this is nothing new. I did mention that my own solar lights seem to last about a year and a half before they start to dim, and the gentleman here said, yep, you got to change the batteries about every 18 months. But solar lighting is a great thing, particularly in a place like Las Vegas. Henry Stonecasters has a number of very attractive fountains here, some with lights, some bubbling, some simply going over the side of the fountain, and very pretty. Union Products Yard Decor looks like a little of everything. It's not even only pink flamingos, but they come in other colors, along with bears and Santa Clauses and more pink flamingos. Who knew that rakes could make almost a pretty art piece? This is the green Beaut Superb Gardening Implements. Flying high, it says. Want a watering can to match your outfit? These are HAWS, H-A-W-S, watering cans, celebrating 125 years. Things that twirl in your yard, they would twirl today, and this is by IS, Iron Stop? Iron Stop.
Wind spinners.
Wind spinners.
Crystal twisters.
I can't even say it. I can't even say it. They're great looking. Westinghouse is here with lighting and other products, I'm sure. A new, smarter fragrance warmer. Interesting. By Westinghouse. And here are candles, and the slogan is the same. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. Well, the chairs are empty, but it seems that it is time to end my visit to the National Hardware Show. This is a huge show. I could have spent hours more here, but the right people are here, and they're looking around and buying for the upcoming seasons. Farewell.